Glow up with me. And by that, I literally mean I'm about to track my glow up. Because if it's one thing I realized in this past few years, I say past 2 years of transition, it took me a very long time to realize why Spirit was pulling certain people and places and energies out of my life. And literally not until like last week actually did I come to the realization that Spirit was removing all of the energies that brought drama or any kind of chaotic energy into my life. And I had to ask myself, am I the drama? And the answer is yes. If you have to ask yourself, am I the drama? The answer is yes. But I could say I am the good drama, which is what matters, okay? And by good drama, I mean once all of the chaotic energy was stripped out of my life, I started to get very bored and very uncomfortable and just very unsettled within myself, within my space, with just life, right? Completely. And I come to the realization that without all of the drama of the chaotic energies that I was allowing within my space or allowing myself to be consumed by, without all of that, where else was I putting my energy? Like, I did not realize when I was in those spaces or around those people that how much of my energy it really took up. So without those energies, I was forced to be like, dang, what am I gonna do now for real? And I started asking myself, am I the drama? Because I like literally bored, like, dang. And it started coming to the realization of, I don't have this person to talk to and like feed off the drama with my Gemini ass, let's be real. I don't have this energy to engage in anymore. So like, what am I gonna do with the energy, the space, and the time that I now have freed up with that? And I got really bored, and I had to get bored to get uncomfortable, to get into a space of movement, because to be completely honest, like, it was transition after transition after transition, after ending after ending after ending, and I was not seeing no new beginnings at all. And it was weighing on your girl. So it took me some time. I was allowing it to sit with me for quite a bit of time, and I think in that I dug myself into a little bit of a spiral, and we have been clawing our way out, honey, but we're back, okay? Sips tea. So that brings me here to this point. This is now my visual audio daily journal, because I am getting to a place where I've created a routine for myself daily, and I am going to start utilizing my tea time, because it's supposed to be tea and journaling anyway. So I'm going to use my tea time to come here and do an audio visual journal of what the fuck is really going on. Because also too, in those transitions, I feel like I released the people and the places that I would run to when I felt like things were getting too heavy. Those were the people, the places that I would lean into when I felt like I didn't want to be dealing with my own shit, right? So full transparency, now those people are gone, and I'm forced to sit here in my house this whole time by myself dealing with my own shit. And so we are getting our shit together to that, okay? Because blessings. With that being said, as those were the people that I would generally run to, I am now running to myself. I am now running to spirit. And if this ends up on the internet at some point, I guess I'm running to y'all. But I'm not running from anything anymore. I don't think running is like a good way to put it. I'm just opening up to myself. I'm opening up to spirit, and I'm opening up to you who's watching. And you know, truly with this, I set the intention that this bring inspiration to whoever views it, mainly myself. Like, seeing my progression visually every day in these videos, I think is going to be very impactful for me, more than I can imagine or dream of. And I think if I do decide to share these videos one day, I set the intention that is inspirational for someone else, because we glowing up. That's it. That's that on that. You know, step one of the glow up is set your mind to it and get your mindset on the right track to say we glowing up. That's it, period. Period. The only thing standing in your way is yourself. Period. Okay? And I decided at this point in my life, I gotta get the fuck out the way, because if you don't show up for you, no one is going to show up for you. The world is going to continue to move. You have got to get that motivation and that inspiration from within yourself to really make motion and movement and change that you want to see in your life. Because if you never change it, nobody's going to. Who will? Nobody else feels the need to change whatever you feel the need to change, because it's your purpose to change it. So here we are, going toward our purpose at tea time. I feel the need to start getting up earlier. Get up at 6:30 and pour energy into myself, pour energy into my relationship with spirit and God, and, you know, just really invest in what we got going on here, because me and spirit, we got a special thing going on, and I just want to make sure that that thing stays strong, because that's the only way that I'm really gonna keep moving and glowing up. Okay, we are going to start working out regularly. The goal for working out is 3 days a week, because I don't feel like that's crazy. I don't feel like that's asking for too much of myself. Technically 5 days a week, but 3 days in the gym, 2 days at home, 2 days like, you know, YouTube workout or yoga flow, whatever I might be feeling that day. Also in that, I started looking into the cycles of my body as a woman being in this world, because we all have different cycles and rhythms that our bodies follow. But as women, like, we also have like a 28-day cycle that our body follows. So I've been looking into how to incorporate how I operate literally how to be intentional with the way that I operate, whether it be the foods that I'm eating, or the minerals and vitamins that I'm making sure that I'm getting, or the way that I work out, or if I'm only doing yoga flows, or if I'm walking versus if I'm doing like a sprint. Like am I lifting? Life is about finding balance, right? So really trying to find the balance within me right now, because full transparency, she's been a little unbalanced, but that's neither here nor there, because we're over the hill. as an entrepreneur, this shit ain't for the weak. And they really mean that when they say it. Because this shit is not for the weak. And if you take the route of, I'm gonna quit my job and just thug it out, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. It's not a 10 out of 10 at all. Do not recommend, because it's just the lack of stability. Realistically, you really have to be on your hustle, on your grind. You really have to recognize that even though you're not clocking in and out for somebody, you still got to put in them hours. You still got to put in that work. And literally, when you're an entrepreneur, no one else is going to do it for you. Like, if you don't want to do work for business that day, the work in the business just didn't get done. And that is just unacceptable. So we are incorporating that into our daily schedule. I literally have it all scheduled out in my calendar, okay? Time blocks, alarms to match. I am so serious about this. I am about to change my life and my reality. And you know why I am so confident in that is because I've done it before. Because that's how I got here. Like, the life I live right now, being a yoga instructor, psychic medium, like, I did that. Me and Spirit and what we got going on, we did that together in cahoots, honey, okay? And I feel like I've expended all of my avenues in this season of the manifestation. I feel like really everything that I needed to learn in this portion of manifestation, in this journey of life, has come to an end. Like, the fact that everything, like I said, has been transitioning, and I've been shedding people and places and energies and mindsets and emotions and just deep rooted shit, okay, for like the past 2 years, really tells me that I am catapulting into something amazing, but I have to be ready to put in the work. And so, energy attract energy. So I am creating the energy in my life and the movement in my life that I want to see reciprocated back from Spirit. And I am taking you along for this journey because there's no one else to talk to. No offense, because I'm talking to myself at this point. I don't even know if I'm going to share this video, and I don't even know if this portion will make it in the cut, if it does, but there's literally no one else to talk to. So when I say that, like, I'm coming from a place of like, it took me this long to get to, there is no one else to talk to, so I'm gonna go talk to myself. Like, there is no one else to talk to, so I'm just gonna talk to Spirit. Like, even like family members, friends, business associates, like, no one is going to push you and carry you in life toward your dreams and goals and aspirations but yourself. And so I'm just really done talking about it or trying to get other people on board with it, or when I talk about it now I have to explain it further in depth because it's not their vision and they don't see it the way I see it. And I'm just tired of putting that energy toward the explanation when I can be putting that energy toward getting this shit done. So with that being said, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking now to this camera, about myself through the camera, and maybe one day in time it will inspire somebody else to get to talking to themselves. Stop talking to everybody else and start talking to yourself. That's really, I think, the biggest lesson that I've learned in this journey. Like, Spirit had to strip away all the things for me to come to the place like, all right, well, I still got me. I'ma always have me, period. And with that being said, I'm a hustler and I'm gonna make the moves I need to make to get to where I need to go. And if the only person I could talk to about it is me and this camera, then welcome to the journey. We on the team, and it's a team. Hey, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else. This is the winning team. So I'm excited. I'm grateful. I woke up, it's May Day. I woke up May 1st, 2023, and just a fire. Okay, I feel the fire of May Day. All up in it, radiating, honey. So with that being said, we are going to change our life. Yes, we are going to change our life. Okay, welcome. I feel like I always get very introspective and reflective when it comes to the month of May, because it's my month, my birthday month. It really does, like the whole month, because my birthday is at the end of it. The whole month, it's just nothing but like reflection, introspection. Every year around my birthday, I really do go through a period of release and shedding so that I could just pop out a whole new on my birthday, I think. And it's not conscious, it's not something that I do. Spirit is literally like, all right, another year around the sun. Let's release anything that is not in alignment. Let's release anything that is keeping us from really reaching our dreams, goals, and desires. Because at this point, it's me. It's fully me. Like, at my big age, LOL, I think it is really important to come to terms with, at the same time, while no one is here to save you and no one is coming to save you, you also have to learn how to take accountability for being where you are. Like, you can't blame nobody else for where you are, because at the end of the day, like, the choices, decisions, and movements that you made or lack thereof is exactly why you are where you are today. And until you take like that fully and into accountability and really allow that to sit with yourself and say, okay, with that being said, what's the movement, choices, and decisions that I can start making right now that are going to get me where I want to be, where I need to be, where I desire to be, where I deserve to be, fill in the blank. You have to ask yourself those questions. You know, sometimes that's a really, really hard conversation to have with yourself. And for me, it's like I've had that conversation with myself, and I feel like that's what leads you into like your dark night of the soul, those conversations, but like very necessary and pivotal point and moment to have to even get to the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you got to start to finish, right? And I think I've had that moment before, several times now, and I think the last time I had that moment, it got me to this point where I am now. And I think this was such a goal for me, to have my cosmetology license, to teach yoga, to be a psychic medium, to like be this person that I am right now, was like such a goal for me that once I got here, I got very content, and there was no like, okay, so what's next? Like, I just didn't ask myself that question, because I wanted to allow myself to live in this space, which is beautiful. But at the same time, I think I allowed myself to live in this space for a little too long. So Spirit said, okay, well, you're too comfortable. No. And it's time for me to because I deserve and desire to live in the life of luxury, period. Like, what? My family wasn't wealthy growing up. we were a middle class family, but like my parents made sure that we were always comfortable, always taken care of, and had what we needed, but also that we got to do the things that we wanted. And I feel like that's my standard. And becoming an adult, nobody prepared me for it to be this hard. So I can't say at this age right now, at this point in my life, that I am living to my standard. But I recognize that I'm very uncomfortable with that. But I also recognize that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not clocking in to a 9-to-5 every day, which is beautiful. If you are and you love your job, do that, please. Like, do that with all of the utmost joy and positivity radiating from you because you love what you do. I did not love that from my first job, okay? I came home my first day like, this shit is for the birds. And for the birds it was. And I had to be a bird for a long time. Period, point blank. Moral of the story, I couldn't do it. I could do it if I had to, and I had to do it for a very long time, but I don't want to do it. And if that means that I'm a little bit uncomfortable for now while I have to put in the work and press on to be uncomfortable, then damn it, I'm gonna do it. But when I tell you that shit is not for the weak, I really do mean it. And if you don't got the heart and the fire, it's going to be hard. And I can tell you personally, like, I have the heart and the fire, but sometimes life be lifing. And sometimes my Gemini moon feels through life. And sometimes that means that fire is a little less bright than usual. And you know, I think I've come to the place now in my life where I'm not allowing anybody or anything to dim this light. This little light of mine, it's gonna shine. And if you're trying to dim it, we're gonna talk about it, because communication is key, period. But I don't know, I also feel like I have a higher calling just to be greater than what other people's opinion of me is, or where other people's opinion of me resonates. Like family, friends, business associates, anybody, strangers, like different communities, like everyone I feel like holds an expectation of you in their mind. Not everyone, obviously, like it's very main character of me to say, but I just feel like the people in your life who truly hold a place for you in their life hold some kind of expectation for you. And it might not even be conscious or intentional, but I feel like they expect certain things from you. Or like, I do yoga, I'm a cosmetologist, things like this. So like, you know, the pressures you feel from your family to lean into certain practices or lean into certain career sectors or certain traditions, because this is what the family thinks would be best for you. But I feel like no one can truly know what is best for me but myself. And I have always wanted and desired more for myself than what the family or the friends or the fill in the blank feels is best for me, or feels I would be great at, or feel, you know, like, that's great. And I'm glad y'all believe in me in that sense. And if I decide to push my energy in that way, I know that you might be of some support there. But if I decide to push my energy in another way because I feel it would be best for me, you know, then you start to get like the turmoil, the fear, the doubt, the worry, like the low vibrational energies from people, either because they're they can't do it themselves, or they wanted to do it and were fearful and allowed their fear to stop them. And so in that conditioning that they put themselves through, they're trying to reflect that conditioning upon me. And no, absolutely the fuck not. I want and see and desire so much bigger and better for myself, and like, it has been implanted since I was young. You feel me? Like that, it ain't on me, it's in me, for real. And I have to go get it. I have to go get it. No one's gonna go get it but me, for me. For me, but me. FUBU. There you go. That's not even FUBU. Oh, it is time. If my drive and ambition could get me to this space, to get me to the place where I have my own brand and I have my own business and I instruct people and I do hair and all of the things I wanted to do as a kid, like I am now certified to do. If I was able to bring all of those dreams, goals, and desires into life from a child to now, and be that person I wanted to be for myself, I think this is season 2. This is season 2. Season 1 has ended. Listen. This was a long ass season 1, y'all. It was like a 7 to 10 year period in my life where I was literally attracting the same kind of energy. You know, full transparency, you know, the two sides that they say the Gemini has. It's just two energies about self. I like to identify them as like the angel and the devil on the shoulder, right? And usually me and the angel, we really be talking. We really okay. That's my girl, okay? But also me and the devil, that's my girl, okay? So with that being said, I really feel like in this season of my life, I was being challenged not to allow the devil on my shoulder to bring me back into cycles and settings that were no longer in alignment with where I desire and deserve to be, right? And like, it really came to a pivotal switch when I started getting the things that are becoming and stepping into the spaces, the places, the energies, the self that I really wanted to be and the self that I really was manifesting for myself. I think that is when it truly started coming to a head, because it's like, do you really want these things, or are you're gonna keep playing? Are we just gonna keep dancing with the devil? Like, and like up until recently, did I passed my test. I passed my test. I said, get thee behind me, devil. We ain't dancing no more. No, yeah. You know, the universe always sends you like tests to be like, are you, so what's up? So you still playing, or are we elevating? And I think it was a series of tests, a series of unfortunate get thee behind me devils, okay? Because there were multiple people and spaces and energies that I feel I was being tested by to see like, how are you gonna react to this person? How are you gonna react to this happening? How are you gonna react to that bullshit over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really like things that usually the devil on my shoulder would be advocating, like for us to react in a certain way. And you know, usually that voice, that energy would be very loud. And just recently, we're getting a little muffled over here, and that's beautiful because I desire so much more for myself, and you can't react from a hurt place if you're healing. You can't heal from the place and the people that hurt you. So, you know, just really learning to authentically listen to myself, listen to my intuition, listen to both sides of the Gemini and decide what's the most elevated response for me in that moment, in alignment to what I want to be seeing growing in my life. Maybe the response is no response. I don't know. Well, I'm thankful for this space, is all I can say. Day one, and I already feel so much lighter. Like, just having a space where I could vent. Literally spent 40 minutes talking to myself and to y'all. Like, but it wasn't like I was talking about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about fucking life. And the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows and the good and the bad and the ugly. And being fully transparent, because if I can't get here and be fully transparent with myself, then like, what are we doing? So I am grateful for this space to be fully transparent, to be open, honest, and raw with myself, to be open, honest, and raw with you, and to continue to elevate and motivate and inspire upon the glow up. Until next tea time, stay divine. Peace.